Skylanders Academy is coming out this Friday. Or tomorrow, to be more exact, or today. You know, whenever I decide to upload this. But the point being, I cannot wait for it. Recently I've been watching the series, and I have to admit, the series is great. And I really enjoyed Season 2 specifically, as they actually brought back both Cinder and Malefor, two Spyro characters I happen to really like. And what makes it even better is the fact that along with them was the writer from the Legend of Spyro series, Patrick Haggerty. They actually got him back so they could help rewrite them in another light. In this case, a more kid-friendlier one than say two dragon heroes possibly dying at the end of the story. Yes, I'm still sore about that, and there's nothing that will make it go away, alright? Life's never been the same ever since the night when I beat the Legend of Spyro, Dawn and Dragon. Send my life into a downward spiral. Diabetes. Yeah. Anywho, but today's video isn't actually about Skylanders. Well, not this one anyway. If anyone would be interested in me doing a video on it, I'd happily do it. But it's actually about Spyro, as in the original or the Reignited Spyro that we're currently over the moon for. Or in other words, the one that got delayed. And what about him? Well, once I had a thought. I was dreaming one night during the time I was recording Spyro Hero's Tale footage that I woke up one morning to a Spyro TV show. Not an advertisement or something like that, but for an actual, fully written and animated televised showing of a cartoon featuring my favourite game character, Spyro. Hiya folks, it's me Len and welcome back to another video by yours truly. So for those of you that don't know, I am as much of a fan of cartoons and anything animated as much as I am a gamer. Heck, I've done some animated content myself. In the world of animation, you're given so much creativity and there's nothing stopping you. At least, not that much stopping you. Since the dawn of animation, so many stories have been told. But some of those stories happen to be tied to a specific franchise that might not even have came from an actual cartoon itself. If you connect something from a franchise like a comic book, a movie, or even a game, then we have ourselves an equally as heavy-sided scale. Where sometimes it can work, other times, which is a lot, it can go way under than a rock in the ocean. So since I'm such a Spyro tuber, I guess I could say, why not talk about Spyro in that medium? So a Spyro the Dragon cartoon series. Where to begin with it? Well, first of all, let's talk about the animation specifically. What would it be? 2D or 3D? Quite honestly, I think Spyro can work within both mediums if you ask me. 2D because obviously Toys for Bob's shown off some artwork that looks really damn good and quite honestly can work within a 2D plane given the Spyro character's anatomy. And 3D because, well, video games that happen to be in 3D work hand in hand with 3D graphics. Spyro the Dragon is a 3D platformer with 3D visuals. I personally think it would look good if this was a 3D cartoon. The same goes for the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog with Sonic Boom. The 3D graphics and visuals give the viewer a sense of a video game, with other stories taking place within that plane that the video games probably couldn't have told. Another reason why I think this would work better as a 3D animated cartoon is mainly because, well, look at the cutscene from Spyro 2 where Allura and Spyro meet in Avalar Forest. That cutscene was so well animated, and quite honestly, if we ever got a TV show surrounded around Spyro with that kind of quality, I think it would work absolutely amazing. Or fits like... Next up is the character designs. What should they be? Now when I say this, sometimes the creators of a TV show can have a little bit of creativity by redesigning the cartoon characters to be more, I don't know, suited towards a cartoon, let's say. Going back to Sonic Boom, yeah, I'm going to be mentioning that a lot since it's probably one of the more greater examples of a video game cartoon show that I can really make an example off of. Look at this. Sonic doesn't look like Sonic as he did in the games. Mainly because this is a spin-off. We see that Sonic and his friends have more of a jungleized appearance, let's just say. And it seems to work in the show's favour. You can distinguish this Sonic from the game Sonic. Why? Because they still look alike, yet different enough so you can distinguish who is who. Now with Spyro, you could take the Reignited Trilogy designs and quite honestly it would probably work even better. But if they decided to go and use different designs, maybe get a little bit creative, I don't think it would be a bad idea either. Giving Spyro maybe some armor or something to put on his neck or something like that to show that this is a different design from that would probably be good. Then again, I'll admit it seems a little bit unnecessary. But sharing the same Spyro between the game and the show isn't exactly a bad idea either, since we all know what Spyro is who. There's just one. Unless you count the Skylander Spyro, that is. So what about the stories being told in the cartoon? Maybe it could be a telling of Spyro's origin story since he was a baby dragon, maybe? Skylanders Academy also gave this sort of idea with Season 1's Episode 1 with Spyro being taken by Master Eon, but at the same time, this is a different Spyro. So maybe an origin story of how Spyro grew up would probably be a good idea. I was actually looking through the Japanese instruction manual for Spyro 1, and quite honestly there actually is one page where Spyro is shown to be inside the egg with everyone looking around him. This gives off the idea that he's a baby dragon. So to see this translated into a cartoon show, or maybe even have a story based around it, would be pretty nice. Say if they wanted to include characters from Spyro 2, 1 and 3, yeah, I count in a really weird way. Like say create new stories with Ripto, the Sorceress and even Nasty Nork himself, with brand new ideas and plots. I think the story could be really well fleshed out, and quite honestly the comedy could coincide with that. So if you want my personal opinion on how I think they should go about a Spyro TV show, obviously go with a make new stories route. So anyway, who should be animating it? Well, I don't know, probably the same people who made Skylanders Academy, maybe? To be honest, those guys are my best bets, and quite honestly I can't imagine anyone else really doing it. Maybe Technicolor are the same people who did Sonic Boom or even the Sly Cooper TV show. And quite honestly, the animation is fantastic in Skylanders Academy, especially in Season 2, might I add. And yes, some of the character designs were slightly off, but I can let that slide because quite honestly, I don't think that a TV show design has to be 100% accurate. I mean, look at Shadow in Sonic Boom. He doesn't look anything like the Wii U game's version. All I'm saying is that some alterations can be made. But yeah, Activision Blizzard, they're my best bets, so there you go. Alright, so what about the tone of the show? Highly detailed story with slight comedic moments, like say How to Train Your Dragon, or light-hearted comedy? Maybe a darker, progressive story perhaps? Quite honestly, I think Spyro the Dragon's worked with all three. I mean, we have seen light-hearted in the sense of say A Hero's Tale and even Spyro 3, and we've seen somewhat in the middle in Spyro 2 and Spyro 1. And as for the darker sense of progression and story, I think The Legend of Spyro concretes that as very well done. So quite honestly, they could do, say, I don't know, an Adventure Time thing where they could make, I don't know, the first or second season kinda light-hearted, but then progress slowly into a darker, more detailed story as the series goes on. Or maybe have specific episodes that revolves around that, who knows. If it's one thing I don't want this being, then it's just a mindless, ha ha ha, funny fart joke kind of show like say Teen Titans Go or something along the likes of that. And finally, the big question where it should be aired. Well, personally I think maybe Cartoon Network would be the best place, if not then possibly Disney Channel. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a Spyro the Dragon show would be that fitting on Nickelodeon, but even then, I don't think it would be too out of place. I mean, we have had those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows being quite good and somewhat progressive in story, as well as Avatar The Last Airbender, so I don't think it would be that out of place if it was there. But maybe even Netflix. I don't know, I don't really care where it actually is being aired, but quite honestly I want the show to be treated properly. Meaning I don't want it to be shoved to a Sunday. I want it to have enough creative freedom to express how Spyro the Dragon should be translated to a TV show. And I want it to have a good run, at least 3 seasons, if not then 4. If these networking stations aren't willing to give the creators enough time to work on this show, then I'd say, well, I don't really care who takes them, just as long as they're willing. Well folks, that's been my opinions on a Spyro TV show should it ever happen. It was nice to talk about this as a discussion alone, and the chances of either Crash or Spyro getting a TV show might be on more of the half and half side. But honestly, I would love to see these characters, be it any of them, in another media so I can watch the characters, worlds and series as I knew it from the games grow and be explained in a way that the video games might not be able to explain them. What I mean by this is that instead of playing the world, sometimes watching the world instead can open your eyes to something you might have missed. I mean, don't tell me you wouldn't want to see Nasty's world, Avalar, the Forgotten Realms, or even the Dragon's Homeworld be traversed in by the inhabitants as Spyro or another character that we really love and know from the series just walking around there as well. And if you said no, then don't lie to me. I know I would love to see it, and you do too, so stop denying it. I can see you trying to act smart over there. Should probably rename this video How to Get a Dislike. Anyways guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you aren't subscribed already, then why not head over to that subscribe button and help me out. We're aiming to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I have a really amazing video planned for you all when we get there. Wanna know what it is? Subscribe and you'll know. I'm Lenn256i, and remember, Lil Bump and Camman really should collab sometime. Test. Is this good? Yeah, okay, right.